Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my RP life. Follow me on Twitter. Join me on Facebook. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen, because this platform was created for you, the blind and visually impaired community, so that you can share your stories and what you go through. I am your host, Juan. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my RP Life podcast. Welcome back to my RP Life. Hope you all having a beautiful, blessed day, wherever you are in this world. Okay, so I want to talk about relationships, my past relationship and my current relationship that I am in right now. So we're going to start off with my past relationship. And in my past relationship, things was going well, and, everything was great. But as time goes on, things get sour sometimes in these relationships, and things happen. So it's like no relationship is perfect. You're going to go through struggles. You're going to go through whatever the case may be when it comes to these relationships, whether you have a child with this person, whether you don't have a child with this person, you're just going to go through a lot of struggles, a lot of disagreements, a lot of headaches, so every relationship is not perfect, whether you're in a new one or a reactive type relationship where you broke up with her and got back together with her, but in my relationship with my ex, everything was going good, Your boy over here was working, he was sighted, he was taking care of his stepchildren, Then all of a sudden, my child was born, my biological child, and slowly but surely, things started going different for some reason. And whether you're in a relationship, especially a very long time relationship, because I was in a 13-year relationship, and things don't always go too great, In the beginning, everything's peachy. You're doing your thing as a man should, and stuff like that. And how do I say this? Like, most of you out there don't really know me. All you know is that I have RP, retinitis pigmentosa. But, being in this relationship with my ex, I've done everything that I can do to support her children, and to support my own, my own biological child. And eventually things just don't work out, And like, I've tried my best out of the 13 years to work everything out, whether it was disagreement, whether it's, doing things like, being in the kids' life, because I've done that. I've been in my children's life, my stepchildren and my biological daughter, and I still am, Even though I don't have her here, I've struggled along the way, trying to be the best father and the best stepfather I can be. you know. And this is difficult for me to talk about, you know, but I just want to share this with you guys so you can get to know me a little bit more. And what I go through in my RP life. So with her, it's like I went from sighted to blind. So, from sighted to vision impaired and then blind. And all I've done through these different stages of changes with my vision is take care of my stepchildren, take care of my daughter, you know. And it's like I've supported her, I supported my child, I supported my stepchildren. And at the end of the day, all I'm asking is, can I see my daughter? You know? Can my stepchildren who are older now, can they bring me my daughter? And it's always an excuse, you know? It's always an excuse. And I broke up with her about a year ago. And like, don't get me wrong, she's not a bad mom, you know, even though, you know, there's always excuse after excuse. So she's not a bad mother when it comes to taking care of my children. I'm not trying to put her down, but, you know, I've taken care of 3 stepdaughters, 3 beautiful little girls since they were little. You know, they're grown women now, you know? And now that my daughter is around, she's born, you know, it's always been a hassle. Always been a hassle, you know? It'd be different if I was that type of man that didn't take care of my kids or anything like that. But I'm not that type of man. I never was brought up to be that way because I was raised by a single mom, you know? My father didn't raise me. My mother did. My mother showed me how to respect a woman. My mother showed me how to raise children, how to be kind to women, you know? How not to disrespect them, you know? And I just feel like, when is it gonna be time for me, for her to participate? Because if I've done all these good things, when is these good things gonna come back to me when it comes to taking care of my child? You know? I've been in her kids' life, you know, and I've also been in my child's life, and I'm still am, whether it's through delivering stuff through mail, sending her packages for her birthday, Christmas, just because days, you know, supporting her financially, supporting my stepkids financially, you know. That's what real men do, you know? That's what real men do. They support their children, whether it's their stepchildren or their biological children, you know? And, like, I just don't know what else to do anymore. You know, all I'm asking is, can you bring me my child? You know, because I'm totally blind now. She lives in one state, I live in the other. You know, her children, her 3 other girls, they drive. You know, my daughter, she's only 12. You know, that's all I ask, is just bring me my baby. You know, when I was sighted, I went over there to see my stepkids and to see my daughter. You know, they know that. They can tell y'all that, you know. And it's like, every day is just a lot of bull, you know? And like I told you, I was raised by my mom, and she showed me how to be a real man because I never had my dad around. So as soon as my daughter was born, like a few months later, I proposed to her, you know, because we were in a relationship for like 5 years after, you know, my daughter was born and stuff, and she denied my hand in marriage. And her excuses was she's going through some things right now. So then fast forward a little bit more after that, I proposed again. Strike two. Because of whatever, you know, things that she's going through, you know? So, a few more years after that, I proposed again. And she said no. You know? I'm not going to get into too much detail, but if I had to, it would be like this. She chose whatever situations she's going through instead of saying yes to the man who's been there for her kids, is still there for her kids, and who's still there for her kids. She rather choose whatever else is the situation of her struggle or whatever the case may be with her family. You know, she's gonna hear this later on, and I'm just speaking the truth. You know? So as years go on, I said, okay, well, that's the last time I'm gonna propose to you, since you chose that other situation that you're going through. So now we're separated. I'm in a new relationship now, and it's beautiful, you know? So, like, with the relationship that I'm in right now, it's amazing. She supports me, I support her. We talk to each other every day. You know, this is a new relationship, and it's beautiful. You know, I'm 4 months in with my beautiful Diva Deb, and, you know, she'll be here soon on this broadcast, and I'll introduce you guys to her most likely in a few days. But like with my beautiful Diva Deb, it's amazing, you know. Like, she's smart, she's gorgeous, her voice is like wow, you know. Like, I just love listening to her no matter what she talks about, you know. And her mind, like, just me listening to what she has to say, it's like, wow, like, this woman is smart, she's beautiful. She is so sexy in so many ways, it's amazing. She's supportive, you know, she stands by her man. If I'm feeling down or depressed, she hears it in the tone in my voice, and she's like, baby, what's wrong? Talk to me, you know? That's what real women do. They support their men, you know? Like, we're both in the same state, and we can't really do much right now because of this COVID stuff until we get our vaccinations and all of that. But we keep in contact with each other, you know, 24/7, every day. You know, she tells me she loves me, I tell her I love her. We give so much positivity back and forth to each other, show so much love and respect, you know. And even with her, if God forbid one day her and I get into an argument, you know, we'll sit down and talk about it. We'll work it out, you know. And plus, you know, I don't know if you guys know this, but she has a butter knife. And it has my name on it. So if your boy ever messes up, yeah, Mr. Winky, say bye-bye. But yeah, so that's just a little bit about me and about relationships from my past relationship. Now, you know, I'm not saying this to put my daughter's mother down, you know, because that's my daughter's mother, but I'm just sharing my stories about what I've been through in my past relationship, you know, and a little bit about what's going on now in my previous relationship, you know, and I look to a bright future with, excuse me, with my beautiful Diva Deb, you know, and a long time. I'm looking forward to a long time, like getting old with her, you know, being by her side when she needs me, when she calls me, I'm there for her, you know. But when it comes to my past relationship, you know, I don't want you guys thinking she's a bad mom. No, none of that stuff, because she's not. She does take care of my daughter. She does take care of my stepkids. She does work hard, you know. She's not a bad person, you know. With the relationship and taking care of my children is two different things. So, you know, she's not a bad mother. I'm just sharing my story about what I went through, you know, and a little bit of it. That's not too much into detail, but it's enough for you guys to hear about it, you know. And not all relationships are perfect, you know. Shit happens. Pardon my French. But yeah. So you guys take care and have a blessed day. I'm gonna find some music to send you, you know, guys out with. So give me one moment, y'all. And oh yeah, and don't forget, please subscribe. You can find me on YouTube. You can follow me on Facebook. And if you like, you can join my group on Facebook. It's called My RP Life Family and Friends Group. I'm the admin there, and my beautiful Diva Deb is also an admin there. You can subscribe to me on YouTube at My RP Life. You can follow me on Twitter at My RP Life. Just give me one moment so I can find this song real quick. Hopefully I find one. Let's see what we got. That's what we got right now, y'all. So join me on my next episode. Welcome everybody again to My RP Life if you're listening to my voice, and please subscribe. I'm your host, Juan. Stay tuned for the next one on my podcast. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Pod, Google Podcasts,